books for 2014. This is also a really prevalent question right now because, again, you know, with the changes that are happening, you know, these manuals aren't cheap. And so, you know, you are making an investment in your education and in your future. So if you're going to, it gets really dicey and confusing about when to buy code books, when you're going to test, so on and so forth. So this person had asked, and this is a very common question, it gets very confusing. I went to the AAPC website to see what books they were offering for 2014, and it just left me with more questions. This is very common. I see that the AAPC has special reduced prices until June 30th, but what books should I be ordering? It would be great if Laureen covered this in the webinar so that we could make an informed decision by June. Last year, there was a freeze on ICD-9 code changes, and really there was no great reason to buy the ICD-10-CM book for 2013. Maybe they had some typos corrected, but the codes did not change. Of course, I did not figure this out until I had ordered the 2013 books. Is the freeze still on? Should I just keep the 2013 ICD-9 book to use for the first part of 2014? Should I purchase the ICD-10 draft book or wait till the real ICD-10 version comes out? When will the ICD-10 real manual be available? And I guess these questions may have different answers for those people taking the CPC exam in 2014, before and after 2014, and those who are already certified and have access to an encoder such as SuperCoder. Okay, well, you know, it's fine if you have access to a SuperCoder or encoder or something like that, but needless to say, if you've been coding, you know, anybody will tell you if they're coding for a while, they still revert to their manuals. I have my manuals under my desk, and I'm often opening them up and verifying either that, you know, because I've written a note in there, or I just have to see it, because that's the you learn from the manuals. And so even people who use programs to do their coding will, it's just something about your book, your manuals, you keep them close to you. Okay, let's see what we got here. How the dates work for testing. Okay, now this is what we've always said with CCO. This is what I always told my students before. The default question for what manual to order is always the same. You use the year of the manual that you're testing in. Thus, if you're testing for 2013, that's the manual you should use. Now, it used to be that you could not change your, you know, if you were testing in 2008, you couldn't use 2007 manuals. You know, you had to use the year that you were in. Now they let you go back a year. They can say, well, if you're testing in 2013, you could use 2012 manuals if you want to. They don't advise it, and the reason is because codes do change. And so, but you're being tested on the guidelines. So definitely, it's best. It's too much money to be invested not to have the correct year manuals. With the change in ICD-10, October 1st, 2014, everyone gets a little confused, which it just is going to be confusing for everybody. But the default answer is still actually the same. Hold on just a second. I'm going to get a drink. Okay, if you're testing for the CPC exam in 2014, you want to use the 2014 manual for ICD-9. Okay, the CPC exam in 2014 is all based in ICD-9. Now, what does that mean? Because you're changing, right? October 1st, 2014, you're changing to ICD-10. But the test is going to be, the CPC exam test will be in ICD-9. Okay, so what about October 1st? The ICD-10 exam is offered only after October 1st, 2014. This is an additional exam above and beyond the CPC exam, and you must already be certified to take it. So you're going to need 2014 ICD-9 And if you want to hurry up and take the ICD-10, but you got 2 years, but if you want to hurry up and take it, then you're going to need an ICD-10 manual. And that manual is available in its full version. I don't know the exact date when it comes out. You can probably call the AAPC and ask them. I didn't get that done, but it will be available at least by the 1st, 2014, okay, October. But I'm sure it'll be before that. Okay, so when will the CPC exam use ICD-10? So when you go in to sit down for the CPC exam, when will the ICD-9 be 10 and no longer 9? The answer is January 1st, 2015. So starting 2015, you no longer have a reason to use ICD-9 because the official code set will be ICD-10 and the exam for CPC will be in ICD-10. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everybody. But I did call the AAPC, actually, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, and I walked them through what I was going to tell you, and they said yes, that's exactly the way it's going to be. So if you're going to test in 2014, you're going to test for a CPC and ICD-9, and you're going to take the additional exam to do ICD-10. And that exam is available for 2 years to you. Now, if you're going to test and you want to test strictly in ICD-10 and not have anything to do with ICD-9, you have to wait till 2015. So for all of you that was saying, what do I do? Should I wait to just learn ICD-10? Well, you can, but you won't be able to test until 2015, January 1st, 2015. So do you want to wait that long, or do you want to get started and get your career established, and then it's not you're not going to be grandfathered in. You got to take that 75-question exam, but you've got 2 years to pass it.
Get more CPC exam tips, coding certification training, and CEU credits. Go to www.codingcertification.org.